Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of season 4 here in the Regen Road to Glory. We are currently top of the championship table. Things going very well for us in the last episode as we got underway in the championship season. We've 4 more games today. 2 will play, 2 will sim, and then we'll have the usual squad report as we're in the first episode outside of a transfer window. And we can see who's growing and looking like they're going to be more promising than anyone else at the beginning of this season. We are training now as well. I'm training both my strikers, both my new strikers, I should point out, and George Cooper as well, quite heavily, the central midfielder in fact. But we're going to start here with the game away from home against Blackburn. Quickly show you the calendar actually. We start with Blackburn, then we've got Wolves and Forest at home, and then we'll play Cardiff away at the end of the episode. We played Cardiff, we simmed Cardiff and lost 2-1 in extra time in the last episode in the Cup, but hopefully we can get the victory against them this time around in the league. But Blackburn are a side that we battled with almost throughout the entirety of this series in league campaigns, and hopefully we can come out on top again. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to this channel too to make sure you don't miss out on more. And let's go and win at Ewood Park. Cooper with the throw. Into Will Bell. Gets it down and under control. Callan Gill into Hanoho. Barber with a touch and a turn. Squeeze it back through the gap. A little bit ambitious to try and get it through there. We can get it through there though. And Hanoho with a turn. Hanoho drills us 1-0 in front. Yes, Roman! On the score sheet again. Wimbledon 1, Blackburn 0 after 12 minutes. They're actually bottom of the table right now, Blackburn, on 2 points after the first 5 games. 5 games played, they've only won 2 points. 5 games played, we've only dropped 2 points so far in the league. His 3rd goal of the championship season. We are off to a good start. Turns well, forward to Gallan. Hanoho to Barber, drop the shoulder, accelerate, finish. Oh, horribly. Finish horribly. Barber. Uh-oh. Actually, it might be an idea, because if Barber's right-footed and Hanolo's left-footed... No, because the amount of time... Yeah, it's probably best that Hanoho is on the... No, I'm going to swatch them. Put Hanoho on the left and Barber on the right, so he can go cross-goal on their stronger feet. I never know which way round to have my strikers. Like, do you have the left-footer on the left or the left-footer on the right? Which way do you prefer it? Let me know in the comments. Williams down the line to Richie Smallwood. Cross comes in. Lugano has to head behind for the corner. Half an hour played here. Blackburn looking for a way back into the tie. Got Lorenzo on near post duty. He's going to be called into action here. No, he's not. Bennett's just going to come pick the ball up. I'm going to pump this down the line. And we'll try the old DH text technique. Oh, I suppose I should have 2 texts now, shouldn't I? Barber turns inside. It looks like it could well work for us. I'm going to pull this back to our teammates arriving. Castaneda's shot is blocked by Evans. Very nearly a superb counter-attack for us. Lugano will deliver the ball into the box. It's going to drop to Lorenzo. It's going to drop to Sean Cooper, the right back. Shots well saved by Raya, the Spaniard in goal. And Barber can't close the man down quickly enough there, Richie Smallwood, to win it back. Blackburn clear their lines, but not well enough. Castaneda drops the shoulder. Here's Hanoho. Through that gap is Lugano. Lugano on his weak foot. Poor. Here's Elliott. Good cross. Gives that to Bradley Dack, drops the shoulder well. He crosses brilliantly. What a goal. What a goal. Unbelievable cross and finish. That is completely undefendable from Bradley Dack. How am I supposed to... That's just next level. That's so good. What a player. 1-1. Stuart Dallas. In the box here. Oh, lays it across. Bennett with a ridiculous save. Again, the man at the back post in acres of space. Sean Cooper out of position for a 2nd time. That's a decent delivery too. And Macaras, our former player, heads wide. We have our goalkeeper to thank there. Otherwise, we very, very nearly were 2-1 down. To Gallan. Forward to Barber. Spins well. Hanoho's made the run, and I'll look to play him in. I'll look to turn on that left foot as well. Through that gap, looking for Castaneda. Good save at the near post for the keeper. I had no option but to just try and drill it in there. Cassiano will deliver this towards the back post. Will Bell is there, but couldn't quite get his positioning right. Cooper will pull this back here. Just try and build again. Looking to go back in front, of course. Hinoho. Barber. Show some strength. That's not the best of clearances. It wouldn't let me switch to Will Bell until he'd already run past where the ball was going to end up. Good header by Sensi, though. Hinoho almost seemed surprised by the ball there. Stumbled as he took his first touch. Unfortunately, we're still level at 1-1 early on in the second half. Got a free kick in a position that I'm not really too sure where to deliver it. I'll put it towards the back post and hope that someone can get on the end of it. We do have some tall players in there, like Lorenzo. Unfortunately, he and a teammate got in the way of each other and ended up combining to hit the ball wide of the target. I don't want to drop points here against Blackburn. Like we say, they're bottom of the table and have only gotten 2 points all season. So for us, top of the table, to not get a win at Ewood Park is definitely points dropped. Hughes through the gap there to Jawo. I'm just going to race onto this. He's got the pace to do so. I need the striker in the middle to back off. Here's Castaneda! When his touch was heavy, I thought he might have spoilt the opportunity, but he didn't. He tucks it home, and we might well yet get the victory here away from home against Blackburn. I needed Hinoho in the middle to just pull off the defender. He didn't until the last minute. That touch was so heavy, but he just got there ahead of the defender and the goalkeeper to toe poke home. Cheeky Tommy toe poke, and we're 2-1 in front. Into Hughes. And there's the box there is Hill. Out wide there to Castaneda, who spun well. Maybe we'll try and bend it. We did try, just unsuccessfully, that's all. Only 6 minutes to go in the game. Solid header there, but still Blackburn come forward until they've given it to Dimitrov, and then I've given it straight back to them again. Needs to be careful here. Don't let Blackburn back in the game. Dominic Samuel has the pace, though, to cause me issues. Decent delivery. Dimitrov can't win the header. Trying to get rid of it with Hill. Just able to squeeze the ball away. Not able to win the secondary header further forward, though, and here's Richie Smallwood. Into Evans, to Darrell Lenihan, to Castaneda, crucially. And now we might be able to get the ball away and go on some form of counter-attack. We'll go short here, and then in behind is Hughes. He scored from a similar position in the last episode and does so again. 3-1, game over. Yes! We might be serious contenders for the Championship League title this season. The side has come on leaps and bounds since we came up from League One. We're looking like a very capable team right now. I'm extremely happy with the new signings and the growth of the old signings as well. This side is so very promising for the future. Final whistle goes. The 3-1 victory assured. I'll be honest, I was slightly nervous as we were getting later and later in the game and it was still 1-1. But the quality showed through in the end, just as it did against Brighton in the last episode. We're able to get the victory. We're able to push forward. Now we've got 2 simulated games against Wolves and someone else. Patrick Neumann's starting to question his role at the club. I will actually put him in the starting lineup for this next one because it's a simulated game. Go on, Neumann, have a crack. Let's throw Jawo up top for Roman in the next one as well. And Castaneda, despite scoring, I'll take him out for McCall. And we'll push forward and simulate. Was it Wolves and... I genuinely can't remember who the second game was against. The one at the end of the month was Cardiff, wasn't it? Wolves and Forest. Nottingham Forest, of course it was. Right, let's go and do Wolves. Then I'll have a train. Oh, transfer for Samuel de Jong. 6.8 million. Ooh, except, thank you Leeds, Tarbury match. You said we wanted to get rid of him. We're going to concentrate our efforts on our younger, higher potential players. And Jawo Roman Hinoho now up to 71 rated. Great. Training both Jawo and Hinoho's finishing here. And to be fairness, it's the shot power of Hinoho that's helping him right now, even with that lower finishing stat. Right, Wolves at home. They're currently second in the league, so we could do with a victory here. And that would really assert our dominance on the rest of the league. Wolves are extremely strong side, and Pedraza gives them a lead after just 3 minutes. They've still got Ruben Neves, surprisingly, in their starting lineup. Number 8. Would have thought he'd have moved on elsewhere by this point in a save. Jawo equalises for us, so 4 minutes before half-time. Then Ruben Neves scores a penalty for the away side. And then Saiss makes it 3-1, unfortunately. Might be, almost certainly will be, definitely is Unfortunately, our first league defeat of the season. Jarrow scores a brace though, which is good news. Nice to see him continuing to score. Actually, we stay top. We stay top. We've had that good a start to the season. We've lost our first game and we stay top. Wolves now the only remaining side that are undefeated in the entire league. Despite losing, that's actually quite promising. The fact that we've lost the game, but we're still top. We are 3 points clear of Reading, who are 7th. I think we've got a full week, haven't we, between Forest and the game against Cardiff. Ed McCall wants to say thank you. You're welcome. I'm actually going to take you out the starting lineup now, I'm afraid, my man. And we will throw Castaneda back in. Neumann is going to come out of the mix as well, and we'll throw Will Bell back to the right-hand side. And I'm going to start Hinojo and Jawo at the same time. See if they can do well as a starting partnership. The squad now looks like a more respectable size, doesn't it? We're not completely flooded with a bajillion players. We've got a solid squad. Everyone appears to be growing quite nicely. Everything is falling into place for us with regards our potential promotion to the Premier League. Now, Forest are in bad form. 2 draws and a defeat in their last 3 games. Although we are on the back of that defeat to Wolves. Hopefully we can step up and get a victory here before the game against Cardiff, where I'd like to think I'll be able to get another victory by playing myself. We've only had 1 game that I've played this year that I haven't won so far, and that was the 2-2 draw against Reading. Jawo gives us a 1-0 lead from the penalty spot. That's where the W came from. I read the word Jawo in my head as I was saying the word Reading. And it looks like that might be the only goal of the game. And indeed it is. Another victory for us. That will keep us top of the table. And we were 3 points clear, and we are still 3 points clear. Preston now taking over in second place. But Wolves keeping us honest. Sat there just a point behind. We'll head now into that game against Cardiff and try and pick up another set of 3 points. Gunnison. Magano forward to Castaneda. Hinojo's itching to get in behind, so I'll play him in over the top. It's a beautiful way to pass, and he's brought it down well too, and the finish is emphatic. Thumped home from Roman Hinojo. That shot power coming in handy again. His finishing stat isn't that high yet, only 57 I think when we were trading it, but it's a great run. Beautiful ball, decent enough touch, and then the shot power is enough to take it past the keeper, even if it's not super accurate into the corner. We're in front early on again. This is a Hawk looking to get in behind. I'm waiting for the turn. It just hasn't come. Cross comes in and Sensi comfortably wins the header. Cannot underestimate just how important having the height at the back is. Even if the defenders aren't that highly rated. Just that extra couple of inches. I can't believe that phrase is going to exit my mouth. Just the extra couple of inches can make all the difference. Driving into the box here, Lugano. Pull it back. And Hill can't score. Still looking for my first goal with Galan Hill, but it's not going to come on this occasion. Sensi into Lugano. Oh, I just wouldn't quite lock onto it there, Jawo, unfortunately. Never mind, still stay 1-0 up, half an hour in. Cooper, down the line to Will Bell. Back to Lugano. There's Hinojo. Trying to spin in behind. Aquile Manga has had him in his back pocket all game long. Other than the one opportunity I got to score, I have not been able to find a way past their centre-back pairing. It's been impossible. Lugano, can't get past the midfielder this time around. But now we'll find Castaneda in behind. Oh, tried to do a low driven and it didn't work. Should be 2-0, but it's not. I'm not too sure how I've come away with the ball there, but I mean, I'll take it. Jarrow forward there to Hinojo. Drops the shoulder well. Oh, through the gap. Lugano won't quite drop. Oh, Lee Camp having to use his feet that time as well. He's been very good, Lee Camp. To be fair, their backline has been very solid. It was just that one early chance. Other than that, I haven't been able to find a way through. Lugano drop the shoulder, just get it back on his favoured left foot. So he can do that. 2-0 Wimbledon. We have finally been able to find a way past them for a second time. On the brink of half-time, which is 2.5 minutes to go, we extend our lead. Bennett, picked off by Lugano. Through the gap there to Jawo. Hill, round the corner to Hinojo. Pull that back there to Lugano. Lovely ball through the gap, but picked off by Bell. Lugano. Hinojo, around the corner here is Jawo. Turns his side nicely. Jawo! Good save. It's going to drop to Castaneda. Should be, but isn't, a simple third. I should have finished that. I should have put more power behind it. It's 2-0 at the break. Lee Camp furious with his defenders. Should be at least 3-0 up here. I missed a couple of really good opportunities, but at least we have the 2-0 lead. We'll push on in the second half. Driving down the line, trying to outmuscle him if I can. Junior Hoylett's pace is just too much for Cooper to deal with. He's in behind here, Junior Hoylett. Nice tackle on him. Cooper's in the right place at the right time to mop up. Get that quickly forward to the front line. Went for a 1-2. Oh, Kwele Manga, man. He's so good. Just pure strength, the man. Junior Hoylett with the effort that's well held by Bennett. Unbelievable defending from Kwele Manga all game long. He's been impassable. The only way I've been able to score goals is by just completely avoiding him on the pitch. Is that a goal kick or a corner? It's a corner. Cardiff seem to try and get themselves back into it. They have, of course, in real life, got themselves automatic promotion up to the Premier League. And that header will go over from Morrison. No promotion for them in this save and no goal for them there. Jawo into Lugano. Short there. Space for Castaneda in behind. This time, no, good save again by Lee Camp. He's been really good for them in between the sticks. He's done more over the top. Junior Hoylett looking to get onto it. Muscles Cooper, which is very rare. And Zahor has his shot saved by Bennett down low with his feet. Good save. Needed to be made as well. Riles will take the corner, or Rawls. Don't quite know how to pronounce that surname. Here's Bennett. Forward to Mackay. I've made a couple of changes personally. Neumann is on, as you can see. Nice tackle there by Cooper. There's the final whistle. It's a big win. Well, not a big win, but a good win away from home against Cardiff by 2-0. Another solid performance, another solid victory. It's looking like it's going to be a great season for us at Championship level. Can we keep it up all season long? Will we be able to end the year, or basically spend the whole year, in first? We're now 4 points away from Huddersfield and Wolves and Brighton all on 18. We're looking to pull away from everyone else. So far, things are going very much in our favour. I could not be happier with how this season has started, to be completely honest. Let's have a squad report to round out the episode. I'll do that after I've shown the first team, can't I? Go and have a look at the kids. But we have Bennett in goal, who's grown again, up 1 off the back of his own potential. No training involved, again growing, and it's more than just his kicking now, which is good. Reflexes up 1, positioning up 2. 81 rated, Bennett. Morrison's still 70, but Cooper up 2. I did actually get a big offer in for him off camera from Frankfurt, I think it was, for... Actually, I might be able to view offers. It was Cologne, or Köln, the German top division side, for £14.7 million, but I rejected it, obviously. He's my number 1 starting right back, but he's up to another ratings to 76. Ewan Young is up 1 to 68. Sensi's up 1 to 70. Ferreira's up 1 to 73. No growth for Rose yet, but he is starting to grow off his own back, as you can see. Bruno's up 2 to 56. Intrigued to see how well he grows throughout the save. Nothing from Dimitrov yet. He might have reached his potential now. Andreu, anything from him? A little bit here and there, but not too much. I don't know what to do about left back. So I've got a couple of potential left backs, but I don't know whether they're actually, be incredible. What is? Oh, it's Andreu, isn't it? McCall, it will just say on loan, won't it? Unfortunately, that's annoying. Alistair McCall currently out on loan at Grimsby, 65 rated. George Jackson up 2 to 70. You guys said to keep hold of him because he has the good potential, and I shall do so. Clearly, you guys were correct, so thank you for that. Samuel de Jong will leave us in January and go to Leeds, but he's up 1 to 74. Neumann is up 2 to 75. Continuing to grow everywhere but the 2 areas I want him to grow, which are strength and sprint speed. Great. Hopefully he will continue to get better, though. He does have potential to be special, so theoretically he just will continue to grow off his own back. Daniel Lugano is up 2 to 77. He has potential to be special. I scout future star from season 2, so pleased with his growth. Stand tackle up 8. That's all off his own back. I've not trained him at all this year. Unbelievable growth from Daniel Lugano. Galen Hill is growing slightly a little bit as well, which is good news. Andres Iniesta regen. George Cooper up 3. He too growing, although I am, of course, training him now. Nicholas Schwartz. A little bit of growth from him. +4 with regards to reactions. Hopefully he's getting first team football at Forest, which doesn't look like he is, unless it's just not telling me what stats he's getting. Dave Walker up 1 to 71, which is good news. Will Bell up to 73, and crucially, he's getting quicker now. Sprint speed up 5 to 86. That will make a big difference. If his acceleration could go up soon as well, that too would help. Castaneda up 2 to 73. He's been really good for me this year. I'm very much enjoying using him. 3-star, 3-star. What's his potential? Potential to be special. Keep an eye on Feliciano Castaneda. Marcus Hughes up 1 to 68. He already has some decent physicals with a good acceleration and decent sprint speed. And his technicals are growing quite nicely now too. McCall is up 2 to 73. Just good. Just everybody's growing. Osman, I've been calling him Jawo. I've had it confirmed on Twitter from a couple of Swedish followers that I should be pronouncing the J without a hard J with kind of a Y sound. So it's actually Osman Yawo. So I shall remember that for future. I hit my head harder than I expected to. Osman Yawo will be how we'll pronounce it from here on out. 4 goals, 4 assists for him so far this season. 4 goals, 2 assists for Roman Henoho. Really pleased with him so far this season as well. Training them both, of course. Barber up 1 to 75. 3 goals in 11 games for him, although 1 goal, 1 assist came in pre-season. He won't... I think I'm going to prefer to use him as an impact sub, because Yawo and Hanoho seem to be firing goals in on a more regular basis, and are growing quicker too. But obviously I'm training him, which will help. Badimo isn't growing overall, but of course now out for 4 months, unfortunately. So we'll have to wait and see if that affects his overall growth long term. Youth-wise, have Gerardo, who's now potential of 70 to 84, just dropping further and further as we go along, unfortunately. Stefano Conti, though, 85 to 91 at left-back. Intrigued by him. 82 to 88 for Stefan Kouassi as well. He looks very good physically already. So keeping a keen eye on those two. 91 to 94 for Jordan Richardson. He too continues to grow whilst in the youth setup. Centre mids, man. 87 to 93 for Agustin Cardenas. 85 to 94 for Reynaldo Bustos. Ridiculous. And 86 to 92 for Americo Vergara. You just seem to get far, far too many centre mids at the minute with the youth to set up. But 9 games in, we've won 7, drawn 1 and lost 1. 22 points, 4 clear of anybody else. Admittedly, there are 3 teams on 18 and then 2 teams on 17 and 2 on 16. But great start to the league season for us. Couldn't be happier. It could be a very successful year for us here at Wimbledon. Can we get up to the Premier League by staying first all year long? Will it last? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. And I'll see you next time.